So Miss Marvel just debuted on Disney Plus, and I'm going to give you my thoughts on the very first episode of the newest Disney Plus series from Marvel Studios. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. If you guys are finding me for the very first time, please do me a favor, click that like button. It helps out with the algorithm. Also, if you guys can jump over to my secondary channel, we are only 20 subscribers away from hitting 1,000 subscribers on the gaming channel. Thank you all so much for everyone who's already subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Help me get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. The link will be in the description box below, as well as a pinned comment in the comment section. So Miss Marvel is the latest of the Marvel Studios Disney Plus series coming to the platform, to Disney Plus, and a lot of people were kind of down on this series before it even actually came out, and I kind of told everybody like y'all need to just chill a little bit. Like, this isn't made for everybody, and I don't think people understand that, right? Like not like once you get a property, like whether it be Marvel, Star Wars, like there's a huge demographic that they can hit, and not everything that they come out or they produce is going to land with you. Like, we have to understand that these are properties that were made for younger audiences, for kids who are like from 5 to 15. You know, that's what these properties are made for. And just because we loved them as a kid and we grew older doesn't mean that the properties have to change with us, and not everything comes out is made for us, like Star Wars Resistance. You know, I'm a big Star Wars fan. Star Wars Resistance was not made for me, and this series is not made for everyone. Now, I personally loved this episode. I really did. I started laughing from the opening credits, and this series so far in this first episode just had me laughing so much. It reminds me a lot of the Hailee Steinfeld movie Edge of 17 with her and Woody Harrelson, because Hailee Steinfeld was dealing with a lot of stuff in that movie. She was going to her teacher, you know, and talking about stuff. She was going through stuff with her family. Like, it really reminds me of Edge of 17. And funny enough, the actress who plays Kamala Khan reminds me of a young Hailee Steinfeld, which I also like because, you know, Hailee Steinfeld is now Kate Bishop, and I'm a massive fan of Hailee Steinfeld, and Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye series is something I really like too, because it really has this grounded feel to it, yet it's also superhero and comic book based. Now, yes, they did change a lot of the origin of Kamala Khan's powers. She doesn't have the same powers because she's not an Inhuman in this series. They changed that, and we kind of figured that was going to happen because of what happened with the Inhumans series, so they probably want to stay as far away from Inhumans as possible. But she has this like bracelet that is from her, I guess, grandmother or someone in her ancestry, and it gives her powers, and it's a lot like Green Lantern. I'm not gonna bullshit you. It's a lot like Green Lantern, and it's much different than her powers in the comic book, but I dig it, right? I don't mind changing certain things as long as you're being respectful to the source material and it makes sense in the context of what you're doing. In this, it makes sense. You know, this is a girl that idolizes Carol Danvers, and she wants to go to the Avengers. This episode did such a good job to me that it made me want to pull out that shitty ass Avengers game that came out like 2 years ago and just dust it off and replay it, because Kamala is the main character in that game, and it has like a lot of stuff like the Avengers Con, and it really kind of felt like man, I want to play that game again, even though that game is awful. But this episode did a really good job establishing the characters, establishing, you know, what's going on in her life. She's a character that likes to dream, be creative, like to draw. Like she's a YouTuber, so that's something we can relate to, you know, and it did a really good job establishing this character and her problems that she's going through, and she gets a hold of this superpowered bracelet, and now her life is forever changed, and how's that going to affect her moving onward? And as a person, like look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gringo, right? Like, I don't know shit about, you know, what a young girl at the age of between 13 and 16 has to deal with, especially with her being, you know, Pakistan. But when I lived in Fort Lauderdale, one of my best friends, Leon, was a Pakistan, and his mom was very, very strict, just like Kamala's Kamila's mom was, and she was really like, just put your head in the books. You know, you're studying, and you can't do nothing. You can't go out and play basketball. You can't go play football. It was like maybe once a week Leon could come out and we can go play basketball or something. Other than that, like, he was in the books, and if I was able to come over, it was just for like maybe 30 minutes of the day. So I believe, like, I think that they did a good job portraying what a lot of, and I don't want to say Leon's mom represents what all Pakistani family is or does, but when I seen that, it gave me flashbacks to when I was in middle school and my friend Leon and some of the stuff that he had to deal with, and Kamala's having to deal with that same thing. And I felt like that really hit true. You know, having that high school life, having a strict Pakistani mom who is in that culture that wants the best for her daughter, to keep her head down, look for her future. And this is a girl who is young. She's in high school, and the last thing she wants to do is think about what's going to happen in the future. She wants to be creative and live in the present and do all that creative stuff. So I found it very realistic in that sense, and I think a lot of kids will be able to relate to Kamal Khan. If this episode didn't jive with you, then that's perfectly fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Again, not every Marvel, Star Wars, or DC property is going to land with each and every person. They make things to try to get different demographic. Why do we do videos on YouTube? Why do I do Star Wars videos? And why do I do DC? Because I love those properties, but there's also fans of those properties. Maybe I'll do a Star Wars videos, and people watching this video won't watch it. Why? Because it's not directed toward you. That's the way it is. Who asked for a Miss Marvel movie or a Miss Marvel series? Nobody, but there's a market for it, and there's a good way to spread the Marvel Studios brand. There is a mid-credit scene toward the end of the episode. It kind of sets up like the next episode or what's going to happen throughout this series so far. But overall, very positive reaction from me when it comes to Miss Marvel. I thought the acting was great. I thought the plot was great. I was laughing. I was enjoying my time, and I was entertained. That's the most important thing. I was entertained watching Miss Marvel, and I'm really looking forward to next week so I can see the next episode. But I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe. That way you guys stay up to date on all future content. Also, once again, we are only 20, that's right, I said 20 subscribers away from hitting that 1,000 subscriber milestone over on the Gaming channel. I will have the link in the description of this video, as well as a pinned comment in the comment section. Thank you guys all for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Love you. You guys stay safe. Until next time, I am Robert Storms, and that is my opinion.